If you've been putting off cleaning out your garage, stay tuned. We're doing it for you this week.
Just watch your step. We have all the clutter.
Nothing's going to get us, is it?
I've been helping homeowners improve their home for a lot of years. They think it's intimidating, but it actually can be a lot of fun.
And we're here to help. Dad's the expert, but I've learned a few things along the way.
Practical, realistic home improvement information is what today's homeowner is all about.
This house and the enormous piece of property around it belong to Russ and Raylyn Watkins.
We've been in this house about 3.5 years. We really like the layout of the house. We love the 3 acres.
Absolutely.
Nice and open.
We like living on our 3 acres because no close neighbors next to us. We feel like we're on our own little piece of heaven over here. You're missing the car ride. Come on. You're missing it. Come on. Oh my goodness. Woo. We've always lived in subdivisions, which was great when the kids were small. But now, we just want to have our privacy.
With 3 acres, you've got some challenges. It's a lot of grass to cut, but you know, we're getting it cut pretty easy. It only takes a couple of hours with the right mower, so it's not too bad.
Our garage is the main entrance for the family. Even visitors and guests, if the garage door is open, that's where you come in. Problem is, it's cluttered and it's hard to get through. Kind of embarrassing.
So our son Colton moved back in a few months ago, and he brought back a little extra furniture, a few extra things, and that's actually making the garage worse than normal.
The car stays in the garage because I'm spoiled. I want my car in the garage. He needs to have his lawnmower in there also. Just everything else lands around it and there's no floor space.
Whoa,
Wow.
This is a pretty good sized lot, huh?
It's a big front yard.
You gotta kind of really love mowing grass to have a place like this, because
I'm anxious to see if this garage is the same size that it looks in pictures.
you know what has to be done first?
Got to purge.
Somebody's got to throw something away.
Just watch your step. We have all the clutter.
Nothing's going to get us, is it?
Now, we've seen some really bad garages, haven't we?
Yeah, they've been packed, but this one they can still park a car in it. That's pretty impressive.
So which one of you two have the tendency to hold on to things a little bit more?
Her,
Oh,
all
her.
day,
Oh,
yes.
self-admitted.
All the way.
It's me. And so we just end up with a bunch of clutter.
Kind of like your closet. Now, this is a drop zone for everything. We've got a barn out back, but you know, when you unload the truck or car, it's here.
Yeah.
You know, when you need tools, you don't want to go out there and get them. So tools tend to migrate to the garage where they tend to stay because I'm not going back to the barn tonight or whatever. So it just keeps piling up.
There's not a whole lot being used on the walls, being stored on the walls.
Everything that is already on the walls came with the house when we got here
Okay.
3 years ago. So it doesn't really fit our things. It really doesn't, it's not designed for us.
Yeah.
We want this garage to look super cute.
No.
Yes, I mean, pink walls, chandelier.
No, we want it to look good. We want it to be functional, be able to pass through it without tripping over anything, which is almost impossible now.
Here's some tools that we need to
there we
hold
go.
on to.
I'm sure those are Russ's tools.
Okay, yeah, good.
I've just gotten to that level.
Future grandbaby goals.
Okay.
Goals.
It's kind of unique that the space between the garage door and the wall is really not that
Very
big.
narrow.
The space really seems to be more in the center.
You know, when you think about having to accommodate a car and a fairly good-sized mower, we've got a lot of organizing to do.
Yeah,
here.
I'm sure you're going to want to paint the walls. You have a paint color in mind?
Pink walls aren't happening.
Pink walls are cute.
The windows over there, so that's nice, just for the natural light.
We don't ever touch those windows. We don't open or shut those shades.
Yeah.
But I don't like people to be able to look in. If they go bye-bye, I won't cry. I absolutely love Chelsea, and I think she's going to love pink and love my chandelier idea. I think she's going to be Team Raylyn.
You know, I really don't think the color pink should ever be in a garage.
Remember when we painted my garage pink?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And well, as much as I love pink, this looks like mostly Russ's stuff. This is his space, so sorry, Raylyn.
We'll see.
We'll get to the difficult decisions of what can be discarded when we get started here in a few days.
Lovingly rehomed.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it. That is amazing.
What is the purpose of this chair?
You know, I sense a little tension in this garage with trying to decide what stays and what goes.
It accidentally landed on the trash pile.
Can I see your hands?
I know better.
Tie your hands, you can't throw my stuff away.
Yeah, I think we better leave this to them.
Yes.
I'm keeping this rug. Look how cute it is.
Ugh. Let me guess, free.
It was free.
What are we gonna do with all these toys for grandkids we don't have? Someone is pressing our children, our oldest in particular, to start the grandchildren a little too soon. I keep asking that we at least get them off of our payroll first.
There's this really cool, free little thing.
More free stuff.
Free things are free things, and you can use them. You just have to be creative. It's gonna be a farmhouse something.
By creative, you mean put them in the garage and collect dust and then wait for something like this to throw it all out.
No, we didn't throw any of my free stuff away.
Yes, we did. Oh, she might not have known it.
You wanna go play ball?
We can.
It'll be more fun than this.
Power miter saw is a perfect tool for making fast, accurate cross cuts in boards. And if you need to make repetitive cuts, you can always clamp a stop block to the fence itself. This way you make several cuts of exactly the same length. The problem with this technique is you're very limited on the length of board you can cut. So we're going to extend that with a framing square. You can take a framing square and clamp it to the fence. You can extend this out to wherever you need, but let's just say that's the distance from the blade I need to be to cut my boards. Okay, there you go. Just clamp that in place just like that. Now you take your workpiece and just put it up against the fence and slide it till it just contacts the tongue of the square. This is the tongue, right there. And now make your cut. Now to make repetitive cuts of exactly the same length, you just repeat the process, you slide it up to the square, hold it in place, and make the cut.
Simple Solutions is brought to you by Type Bond, the pro's advantage.
Yeah.
Coming up.
No.
What?
Wait.
But
Oh,
hi.
Is that our accent
That's
color?
not happening.
Russ and Raylyn have been sorting out the stuff in their garage so we can help them organize the space a little better.
Looks like you got rid of a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
All of this is being thrown away, right?
Yes.
I love
Did
it.
you have to do some convincing?
A little bit, yes.
Arm twisting. I bet, did you get rid of stuff while she was sleeping?
No, she's a night owl. That's not going to work out for
man.
me. But
Russ and I are complete opposites. As a couple, we have been described as a Doberman and a Chihuahua.
Hey, what about this guy? This is kind of...
all of that's for cleaning, so she doesn't know what they're for.
Ow!
I think we can throw those out.
I don't cook and I don't clean. I don't enjoy it. If I could have a house cleaner, I'd hire a house cleaner. Russ won't let me.
All right, Raylyn, this tension rod.
Trash.
I see what you're doing, Dad.
Oh, I was just trying to make sure that it was working properly.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, thanks. You're so helpful.
You can have a lot of fun on that lawnmower.
Yeah, I'm having fun cleaning out the garage.
Perfect, this worked out good.
Well, Danny's making me nervous the way he's driving my lawnmower out here. That X-Mark's a good mower, and he's out here doing donuts in the yard. The least he could do is cut some grass while he's on it.
We're removing these shelves off the wall because I have an idea that will better utilize this space between the garage doors for Russ and Raylyn. Are we keeping the blinds? If you've ever owned blinds, you know how they can collect dust, especially out in a garage. So we're not going to replace these blinds. We're going to put something better that will still give them privacy. There's a spider. Tag, you're
She's
in.
out.
We're done here. Someone else can take these blinds out.
Once the space is cleared, we can patch holes in the walls, clean the baseboards, and wash the floor before the next step.
All right, y'all are ready to paint the walls. Give them a fresh coat.
We are.
Let's go.
See this nice,
Nice
gray.
gray.
Garage appropriate.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Wait.
But
Oh,
hi.
Is that our accent
That's
color?
not happening.
Everyone knows I love the color pink and I love all things girly, but Raylyn is taking it up a notch.
She gets the rest of the house.
I think that's lovely.
I get the garage.
That is very
That's
bright.
lovely.
The neighbors will be able to see it, even though you live in the country.
It is beautiful.
It's disgusting. It makes you have a stomach ache just looking at it.
You're gonna paint the pink.
We'll do the pink as soon as I get a motorcycle, then we'll talk about it.
Oh, I like it.
There was a moment I was very concerned that that color was about to go up on the walls.
There will be pink in my garage this week.
Pink motorcycle, maybe.
He ain't getting a motorcycle.
That's how we feel about motorcycles. No pink. Okay.
No pink.
To replace the blinds we removed earlier, Chelsea is planning to apply window film to the garage windows.
This window film is great for this application because it is fairly inexpensive and it's easy to apply. It's going to give them the privacy that they want in this space while still letting so much daylight in. Hey Russ, I know you don't have daughters, so you're not used to this, but do you have a credit card I can borrow?
Sure. I actually do not have anything on
Here's
me.
his debit card.
Okay,
Go
perfect.
crazy.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I think I found a new type of home improvement therapy, removing bubbles from window film.
Have you ever heard of that saying, a messy bed, a messy head? Well, that is true in my life because my shop or my garage is always messy and I can't get any work done. But Dan, we've got a solution we're going to talk about, don't we?
Yes, we do. Ryobi has a great modular storage system called Link.
Link, I love it. Now, this is one of the pieces that comes in a kit, and I think it looks like a honeycomb.
It does. You can mount this on the wall and
Okay.
stack as high as you want. Gives you the ability to interchange different ways to hang screwdrivers, cords, screws, anything.
Like you say, you just stack them on the wall like this, and you actually, we have a picture above us. Look at how they've organized their garage. I have to say though, my favorite one is the power tool organizer.
Oh, it is great because you can store all your tools down below, but you can recharge the batteries up top and have room for a few other things as well.
See, now I can go ahead and pull the tools from my workshop or my garage, put them in my toolbox and wheel it out to the job so I can link everything together and get my job done in no time.
This Best New Product segment is brought to you by the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
After the break,
Okay, wow.
That's
we're helping Russ and Raylynn organize their garage, and the next step is shelving.
So I have this idea to utilize the space between the garage doors to build a shelving unit for plastic totes.
I know what happens when you have those ideas. I'll get my tools.
Yep.
All right, so what I thought we could do here is, with that space between the doors is just about perfect for us to get like a 2-foot wide shelf unit going across there for the storage bins to fit in. And then you got 10 bins accessible there and the countertop on it.
Okay, sweet.
So essentially it's just building a box and then putting the plywood on it.
Right.
And the legs under it to space it up properly for the storage bin.
Right.
Drilling another one under it, and we're done. This is gonna work really well and be great efficient use of the space.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Okay, this
All right.
looks very stout.
Oh, Russ gets to pick
Yeah.
the color for the bench, huh?
Yeah, I don't think I get a choice.
Oh yeah, that's funny, Dad.
pink it is.
No,
I think we better go get some drop cloths and some paintbrushes.
sounds good.
I want to get this shelf unit painted fast so we can move it into the garage. You know what I'm going to use. Good news for me is I don't want to spray paint while I'm pregnant, so you get to do it all.
Yay.
Okay, wow.
That's
I mean, you can see what color it
It
turns
dries.
out, but it looks very,
It is
Very bright blue.
royal. So I get the coolest job. I get to use the paint sprayer. I'm gonna go buy one. I'm gonna have my own tools for once.
I don't think so. You're dangerous.
I'm gonna paint everything.
Yes, cars, sidewalk, trees. She's like a kid in a candy store at that point.
I'm very nervous 'cause I've never used one before, and knowing that I need to do broad strokes back and forth and not overlap, but get coverage but not too thick. It's a lot.
While Raylynn is spraying the big shelf unit outside, I'm gonna get Dad and Russ started on building another shelf. Okay, Dad, what I was thinking is I have these storage totes I'm gonna put on top of the fridge, and then I wanna have the shelf where I can put another one on top of there.
Oh, I got you.
So
Okay.
at least 2 high.
Well, there's plenty of room for that. Well, why don't we just divide the space up? You know, almost every wall on a home has 16-inch centers. So
Right.
those 2x4s are spaced 16 inches apart.
Right.
So once I identified that one, then measuring every 16 inches, I was able to hit every single stud along the way. And it kind of sped the whole process up.
Yeah, that's a lot easier than using a stud finder for every single
Absolutely.
stud. I know I don't like to use the store-bought metal shelf brackets because they aren't as pretty as custom-made ones.
Yeah, you know, taking the 1x12 that we have and cutting it where your grain is vertical, and then being able to pre-assemble all of those. And in this case, we're going to be able to paint them. It's going to look a lot better, even though it's a garage.
All the stuff I've done building shelves is one thing I've never done. And to see how easy he makes it look, now I feel like, hey, I can make these shelves. You know, it's not as complicated as I would have thought before. We can get more organized in other areas, so very happy with how that one turned out, so I'm gonna make some more just like it.
This could be like your shelf, because I don't think she's going to be able to reach this.
She can't reach it. I can reach it, my son can reach it, but Raylene can't reach it. So that's where the important things are gonna go. Those tools she doesn't think I need, that kind of stuff's going up there, so I really love that high shelf.
Now, to bring in that center shelf
It
unit.
looks so
Masterpiece.
good. I know, and I did it.
Fingers crossed that it fits.
What do you mean? We know it's going to fit.
That paint job's amazing.
I know.
Which is good, the way she drives into here. Might get hit a time or two.
Keep the paint handy.
Okay, I'm really excited about the solution we came up with for your tailgate chairs. These are
Candy canes.
Yes,
Candy
they can
canes.
be candy canes. They're not edible,
Okay.
but these are from the plumbing aisle. So they're for 4-inch pipes to hang them.
Okay.
And so slip your chair in there.
Clever.
My inclination was to hang all of the chairs in a straight row, but then I thought if I alternated, I could get more in one section, and the chairs have room to breathe, and it kind of functions as a beautiful piece of art.
The way that they are staggered on the wall brings a lot more interest to it. And of course, we have a pink chair up there, so I get my pink in the garage.
Russ and Raylene's garage was like a lot of people's, a place where things got dropped when there was no other place for them. Without adequate shelving, that meant the floor filled up fast, and walking through the garage was a little bit like an obstacle course. And the dingy walls and cobweb-covered windows didn't make the chore any easier. But now, the garage is light and bright thanks to the great new color on the walls and the crisp, clean window film on the windows. The freestanding shelf unit between the doors holds tons of smaller items thanks to the clear storage bins, while the long shelf on the wall is ready to handle lots of long-term storage. Even the camping chairs have their own designated spot, off the floor, so there's no more obstacle course. Plus, Raylene got in a touch of pink. In fact, the new arrangement freed up so much space that Raylene can now park closer to the door to the house and still leave room for the mower. And we did it all for less than $500.
Our garage is the focal point of everybody coming to our house. Our garage doors are normally up when we're home, and anyone who comes to our home comes in through the garage. And before, it was squeezing between a vehicle and a futon frame. And it was a lot of apologies. And now it's gonna be, come on in.
It's so much nicer than it was before. It was so cluttered, and we had so much stuff in there, and you would think, looking at it, that we had thrown away everything, but we really didn't. We had a little bit of trash, what, a bag or two? But all of that stuff went back in, and there's room to actually park both vehicles if we want to.
I'm really sad that there's no chandelier, no fur. So I just happen to think that maybe something might pop up soon. Pop of pink.
You know, it's so easy to put off certain projects around your home, and organizing your garage may be one of those things. But if you spend just a little bit of time and a little bit of money, look what a difference you can make. And it feels so good when you're driving into your garage that everything is right where it should be. Now, if you want some more organization tips for a garage or anything around your home, you can head over to our website. Hey, thanks so much for being with us this week. I'm Danny Lipford, and we appreciate you being with me and Chelsea here on today's Homeowner. Come see us next week. Just a minute, Raylene. Just a second. What is that? That's the look, Russ, at the spider.
Don't!
If I did that, what would have happened? Yeah.
It's fine, it's so big. Look at that, you want me to get it?
Don't believe
I don't know
him.
if you're kidding or not.
You
Don't,
get it?
he's kidding. Don't believe him.
He got off easy.
I couldn't tell if he was kidding or not.
Oh.
He could have been for real.
He's kidding. I'm
I'd
sorry.
like to think he's kidding, but
I'm sorry.
There's that chance. Ooh, give me chills.
For future reference, I'm kidding when that happens.
Okay, bad Danny.